Hey guys, this is Robbie. Today I'm going to be talking about Raphael's School of Athens, which is one of the most famous frescoes of the Renaissance era. I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about the Renaissance era, as well as the history of this artwork. So the Renaissance period was a period in which people started looking more towards the classical world, such as ancient Greece and Rome, and ideas such as humanism emerged. Humanism was one of the defining movements of the Renaissance. It was the idea that the literary, scientific, and philosophical works of ancient Greece and Rome were the best methods for learning and living, which we will later see is a big part of this artwork. You could also see that art was more focused and realistic in a way where artwork consisted more of human characteristics. In 1508, Raphael was commissioned by Pope Julius II to paint several rooms of what is now the Apostolic Palace, located in Vatican City. It was actually being painted at the same time Michelangelo was painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel just a few doors away. So there are actually 4 walls in this room, which are considered the 4 branches of human knowledge: philosophy, theology, poetry, and justice. One of these walls, more specifically philosophy, was of Raphael's School of Athens. So let's take a look at the painting. The School of Athens is basically a painting that consists of various famous mathematicians, philosophers, and scientists that are from different time periods and are gathered under one roof. It can be noticed that Christ is not the center of the painting, and in fact, he's not depicted anywhere. Instead, the painting focuses on Aristotle and Plato, with many famous thinkers surrounding them. Plato is the one in the red clothing, and Aristotle is the one in the blue. They are each holding their own books, with Plato holding the Timaeus and Aristotle holding the Ethics. This shows the contrasting philosophies of the two, as Plato was more theoretical and on the idea that there is more to just the everyday world, and his hand is pointed upwards. Meanwhile, Aristotle focuses more on what can be observed and what is actually there, which can be shown by his hand facing downwards, basically saying, let's look at what is here. So back to the painting, there are famous philosophers in it, and they are all involved in intense debates, with some of them even lost in their own thoughts. And this, in my opinion, is so fascinating to think about. What would happen if all these artists from different time periods actually came and debated? The reason I chose this artwork was because I think that it's so fascinating how this fresco is a clear example of humanism basically creating a separation between religion and science. Many of the figures in this artwork are a great inspiration to me, and the fact that a lot of them have contributed a lot to society in many ways personally inspires me to do something as great one day. I look at this painting as a depiction of a great desire for knowledge, seeing all the figures in the artwork involved in heated debates and conversations. Watching philosophers, scientists, and mathematicians from different eras, and having different perspectives of society and scientists, make me wonder how intellectually nourishing their conversation would be. The structure of the painting makes me consider the hierarchy of importance that Raphael places on the importance of the works of other people. For example, Raphael places Plato and Aristotle in the center of the work, and he has others pivot around them. This, to an extent, shows that Raphael may believe that the various forms of logic, namely mathematics and philosophies, stem around Aristotle and Plato's societal contributions. And this observation is something that is intellectually stimulating. We can also observe that knowledge is something that unites people of different backgrounds, races, genders, and colors. In the time period of this painting, it was not common for the society to hold such a value, but however, Raphael's progressive thinking makes the ponder upon how global society has advanced from there. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope y'all like my interpretation of this great piece of art.